A woman barged into my restaurant during the holiday rush and screeched, "I know the owner. Give us the VIP table." The problem was, I'm the owner, so I smiled and played along because I wanted to see how far she'd go. This restaurant has been in my family for 3 generations. I grew up bussing tables, and when my parents retired, I took over, rebuilt the place, and turned it into a reservation-only hotspot. That night we were slammed. Every seat was full. I was on the floor in a plain shirt, greeting and bussing. 6 women walked in. 5 were early 20s. The ringleader acted like she owned the air. "Table for 6. Now." "Sure," I said. "Reservation name?" She didn't blink. "No reservation. The owner's my friend. He keeps celebrity tables open for special guests." "I'm sorry," I said, still polite. "We can't seat anyone without a reservation tonight." Her smile turned sharp. She told one of her friends loud, "Take his picture. I'll have the owner make sure he's cleaning toilets by next week." The others joined in. One leaned forward and asked, smirking, "Do you ever feel like your life is worthless because you're just a waiter?" That line flipped a switch in me. I nodded. "Of course, ma'am. Right this way." I walked them straight to one of our VIP tables, the one we keep open for high-end last-minute clients. I didn't even charge them for the table itself. I apologized like I was terrified of her. I told her the first 3 rounds of drinks were complimentary. I asked for a credit card and ID to keep on file, and she handed them over like she'd won. Then they started ordering like they were trying to drown their own personalities. The free rounds disappeared. Then they ordered more and more. They complained the food was taking forever, so I let it take forever. Empty stomachs, expensive cocktails, loud laughter. The VIP menu doesn't list prices. They never asked. They just pointed at the fanciest options and told me to hurry up. All night I floated in and out, calm as a statue, listening. They joked about how easy it was to bully staff. They laughed about coming back and doing this whenever we want, like I was some training dummy. One said I was cute, but I'd never date a waiter. By the end, each of them had stacked about $500 or $600. Together, it was brutal. I printed the check and walked it over with both hands. Slow motion. Paper on the table. Ice clinking. Her nails tapping the total. Her throat bobbed. She sobered up so fast it was almost funny. "This is a joke, right?" I picked it up and pretended to squint. "Oh wow, I'm so sorry. Let me get you the correct bill." Relief washed over her face. She turned to her friends and called me an idiot. I returned 30 seconds later and set the same bill down. Her smile died. She went line by line. She did the math on her phone. Then she stood up too fast. Bathroom. I didn't chase her. I just kept her ID and credit card in my pocket. She came back with fresh makeup and wet eyes and tried a new act. The food was awful. The drinks were bad. I needed to cut the bill in half. Then she shoved her phone in my face with texts from a contact named like my restaurant plus owner. It was so obvious she'd renamed a number in the bathroom, it almost hurt. I clicked the contact info and said, "That isn't the owner's number. He has multiple phones," she snapped. "You wouldn't know." "Perfect," I said. "Let's call him together. If he says 50% off, I'll do it." She started yelling. Heads turned. My staff froze, so I stopped being nice. "Cut the crap," I said, low and clear. "You don't know the owner, and if you keep screaming, I'll call the police." Her face went pale. "You can't. My family built this place," I said. "I've worked here my whole life. I am the owner, and I've never seen you before tonight." Dead silence. Even her friends looked at the table like it might swallow them. I leaned in just a little. "You got the VIP table. You got 3 free rounds. Now you can pay your bill, or I can hand your ID to the cops." Her hands shook as she signed. The other girls dumped whatever cash they had onto the table, suddenly very sober, promising to pay her back. 2 days later, her dad stormed in demanding answers. I showed him the security footage with audio from the VIP section, every insult, every threat, every order. He didn't argue after that. He dragged her out while ripping her apart. I haven't seen them since. And that $4,232.23 check, I framed it and put it on my desk.